Hello everyone. Let us continue with the chapter Why Do We Fall Ill? Right, we've come to the last topic of this chapter, that is principles of prevention. Till now we have been reading about, we have talked with how to get rid of infection, right? And someone who has the disease, how it can be prevented. Now, there are certain limitations to dealing with infectious diseases. It is not that it is very easy to prevent the diseases. There are certain limitations to it. What are these limitations? First is the body functions. If someone is suffering from an infectious disease, maybe the body functions are damaged and will never recover completely, right? So this might happen. Then how to prevent that disease? If the body functions are completely damaged, there is no way out. Second is, maybe the treatment will take long time and the person who is suffering from infectious disease may be bedridden for a long time. Third is, the infected person can serve as the source of spreading disease to other people. Like if he is suffering from any viral fever, malaria, from that person the disease may spread to another person, to a healthy person. These days you are very familiar with the corona disease, and you know if someone is suffering from this virus, that is coronavirus, it can be, that person can be the source of spreading disease to other people, right? From this disease, of course, you are going through that era, that period, so you can understand this point in a better way. That is why it is always said prevention is better than cure, right? Prevention is better than cure. This is a question also that can be asked in exam. Why is it said that prevention is better than cure? Because there are certain limitations to the treatment that is given after someone is suffering from disease. Because after someone is suffering, maybe once the infection has started in the body, it may damage the body functions and that person will never recover from that. Maybe the treatment will take very long time and the person may become bedridden, or that person can become a source of spreading that disease to other people also. So now the next question is how these diseases can be prevented from spreading. So there are two ways in which we can prevent the diseases from spreading. One is the general way, and the other is the specific way. Specific way means for a specific disease there is a specific way how to prevent it. In general ways, if we consider, first point I have written here is public hygiene. Now I have already told you and you have already learnt in this chapter that there are various means of spread of disease, right? If the disease is airborne, especially these preventing the disease, this is related to the exposure, right? Now if the disease is airborne, so we can prevent exposure by avoiding the crowded places, not going in the you must have heard also, every day it is said on the televisions, it is being taught to you in from the school side also, and general awareness is created that you should maintain social distancing, do not go to the crowded places. Why? Because if anyone is suffering from this disease, maybe the person sneezes or coughs and that droplets, they may spread in the air. You may inhale that air. That is why they said to wear mask every time when you go out. Why? Because those droplets through the air can reach inside your body, and in those droplets, those microbial infections are present, those microbes are present, which might enter your body and may cause disease to you also. So for airborne disease, it is a must that you prevent exposure, or you avoid going to the crowded places. If the disease is waterborne, right, then what should you do? Always drink clean water. There should be clean drinking water available, right? Then if it is vector-borne disease spreading through housefly, mosquito, etc., how can you prevent that? By keeping your surrounding clean, the environment around your place wherever you're staying, that should be very, very clean. There should be no stagnant water around your house or the place where you live, because you know mosquitoes, they breed very well in the stagnant water. So these are some ways how you can maintain public hygiene. This is the first basic key for prevention of diseases. And the second way is availability of proper and sufficient food for everyone to increase immunity of the body. That is very, very must. That also you must be hearing the messages keep coming on the television also, that keep your immunity strong. Now what is meant by this word immunity? Immunity is the ability of a body to recognize, destroy and eliminate external disease causing agent. Any external disease causing agent, that is any type of virus, virus or any microbe, I must say, if it enters your body is able to take an action against that and kill it, suppress its action, to recognize, destroy and eliminate it from your body. That is what is meant by immunity. And that immunity you can gain by proper and sufficient food. That should be available for everybody so that they can have a strong immune system. Now, in your class also you must have seen that if someone is suffering from cough and cold, it is not that there are so many children sitting around that person, that particular child who's suffering. But everyone will not suffer from cold and cough. Why? Because all those who will be having strong immunity, strong immune power, will be able to fight against that disease germ. As soon as the microbe enters your body, there are some specialized cells which are present in our body. These specialized cells are the white blood cells. They will start producing antibodies against that disease germ, against that microbe. First they will recognize it and then start taking action against it by providing the antibodies, by making the antibodies. These antibodies will go and fight against that disease germ and will just eliminate it from your body, and you do not suffer from that disease. So it is very important that you have very strong immunity. So this becomes the second principle for the prevention of disease. The next is the specific ways. Specific ways, they relate to a peculiar property of the immune system that usually fights off microbial infections. There are certain specific ways for specific diseases. Let's take the example which is given in your book, NCERT book, that is of the smallpox. Smallpox, it spreads it used to spread. Now, of course, it has been totally eliminated, right? But when in the olden times it used to spread like an epidemic, just like corona these days. You are seeing corona. Corona is spread out not only in one place, in one country. It is spreading all through the world, just like an epidemic. Right? So what is an epidemic? It is a disease, or it is just an outbreak of a disease which spreads from place to place, infecting so many people along with it. That is known as an epidemic. So this smallpox, when it used to spread, it used to spread in so many places, and it was observed that there was one group of people who did not get this disease. And what were that group of people? They were the ones who have had this disease, already suffered from this disease before. So it was observed that if they had once suffered from this disease, they will not get it the second time. Why this happened? Because now their immune system, that was able to recognize the disease. If it a second time that agent of that disease, any microbe, tried to enter into the body, the immune system will come into action. It will recognize that disease, produce antibodies against it, and eliminate it. So Edward Jenner, that was the name of a scientist, who discovered, he observed that the milkmaids who used to milk the cows, if they suffered from cowpox was also a disease belonging to the same family as the smallpox. If they suffered from cowpox, they did not catch this microbe of smallpox. So what he did, he introduced this cowpox into the body of, he tried it on some people through the injections. He was the first one to give the injections. Actually, cow in Latin means, it is known as vacca, and from that the name came vaccination. So he injected the cowpox into the body of a very mild, it was a very mild infection. He introduced into the body of some people and tried on that they were not able to catch that disease, smallpox. They were able to fight against it. Right? So that is how immunization is given to certain people. Like, what is immunization? First, let me tell you that. It is a process of injecting a substance, that is vaccine, that substance is vaccine, into a healthy person in order to develop immunity against the disease. And this introduction of or inducing of vaccine into the body, that is also known as vaccination. So what is done? A mild, you can say a mild microbe or the dead germs of any particular disease, that is injected into the body, so that our specialized cells, the white blood cells, they are able to recognize that microbe and is able to produce antibodies against it, so that it can, if any time that microbe tries to enter our body, it can recognize, destroy and eliminate that microbe from our body. Right? So this is the basic principle of immunization. That is, the body is able to recognize. We just try to fool our body system by immunization. Right? And this immunization is given, there's a public health program of childhood immunization for preventing infectious diseases. You must have seen that small children, when they are born, right from that time only, their card is made, medical card is made, and they are they're given vaccinations for certain diseases from time to time. So like for tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, measles, polio drops, etc. they are given to small children right in the childhood only, that if by any chance the microbes for these diseases they try to enter the body, the child will develop immunity as the child grows, and the cells of the body will be able to recognize the disease germs and will be able to eliminate this disease. Same way for hepatitis also, there are different types of hepatitis. Hepatitis A, B, C, these are kind of jaundice. For these also the injections are given to, or the vaccinations are given to the children. For hepatitis A, of course, the vaccination is given, but majority of children till the age of 5, they are able to develop immunity against hepatitis A, because this is a waterborne disease and the children, they keep drinking water from any source, right? It is not necessary that they will drink RO water only or the Bisleri water only. They drink water from tap or from any place, and so their body already is immunized against this type of disease. So it is very rightly said that prevention is always better than cure. Prevent the diseases before they attack your body. So I can only say you should try to avoid public places, crowded places. These days also, as corona is spreading so fast, maintain social distancing, wear mask. That is very, very important, right? Obey all the rules to prevent the diseases, right? So next time we'll start with any other chapter, any other topic we'll take. Till then, keep safe. Thank you.